Hey guys, good morning. Happy Thursday and welcome to Morning Joe with me, Jim. And student loans are kind of in the news these days and in everybody's social media feed. Yes, my mortgage identifies as a student loan as well. It's kind of fun. But look, it is what it is. We can't change it. Whether you're on the side that you think it's awesome that we're forgiving student loans or not. What I want to do is talk to you real quickly about uh, calculating buying a home when you have student loans, right? So I run into this a lot, and people with just $10,000 in student loans don't have a problem qualifying for a home loan. But some people have much, much bigger student loans. Let's say it's $100,000 balance on a student loan, right? Okay, so let's look at a scenario. Most banks count 1% of the balance in your debt ratio when calculating how much home you can afford. Let's look at that. Let's say you own, or let's say you earn a really good living, $90,000, either yourself or combined with spouse, whatever. Let's say you earn $90,000 and rates are about 5.25. Yep, they're not in the threes anymore. I wish they were. um, and let's just say you have PMI because you put 20,000 down and you have a $500 a month car payment. Okay. So based on just rough numbers, we're not going to be there. We're going to be about that in here. So based on that rough numbers, you qualify for a home purchase of about $360,000, right? However, what if you have a student loan that's $100,000 balance? I know that's a lot for some people, but believe me, it's out there and it happens quite often. And what most banks tell someone who has that is, well, on top of your $500 car payment, we have to add 1% of the balance of the mortgage, which is $1,000. So all of a sudden, you have $1,500 in liabilities, monthly obligations, even though you're not paying 1,000 toward that liability. What's that do? Look, it takes you from $360,000 down to just under $200,000. I don't know about you, but if you're looking for a home at 360 and then you're told, oh yeah, you can't afford anything, I didn't even include MI. Nope, 180. And you're told you have to look at a $190,000 home. Well, that's a huge difference. But let's say your student loan is on an income-based repayment plan. Bear with me. So in IBR, those with student loan balances that are relatively high know what that is. The government will calculate your income and say, based on your income, it's not $1,000 a month, but it's maybe 40 or something like that. I mean, literally, it can be something like that. Well, guess what? You're back up to $350,000 qualification for your house, right? There you can find something. And again, we could play with those numbers all day because everyone has different monthly obligations. Let's say you have none. Let's say you own your car, you don't have credit card, all you have is that small student loan. Well, look what that does to how much home you qualify for. Suddenly, it's not 100. I don't know what just changed. Not 188,000, but 350 or higher. And so, while everyone's on the topic of student loans, I thought I would bring it up again because we follow the guidelines. We're a direct lender, right? So we follow the guidelines of Fannie Mae, FHA, whatever it may be. And those guidelines say if there's an income-based repayment plan in place, or you can put one in place, because everyone's in forbearance right now still, right? I think that ends soon, but I think most are in forbearance. But you can take it out of forbearance, put it on an income-based repayment plan. It's just a phone call, takes usually a day. And once we have that amount in writing, that's all we're going to count in your debt ratio. I know most banks will tell you the opposite. So that 1% rule, 1% of the balance in your debt ratio, we go off guidelines. Fannie Mae says income-based repayment is fine, even if the payment is zero. Even if it's zero, that's all we'll count in your debt ratio, zero. If FHA is a little bit different, if it's zero, we're going to revert to 0.5%. So, but if it's, anything greater than zero, $1 or $5 or 40 or whatever it is, that's all we're going to count in your debt ratio and help you qualify for a home purchase. So if we can help you or someone you know who has student loans qualify for a home purchase today, just reach out. Love to help out and have an awesome Thursday.